Hey guys, so as we talked about during the last live stream and the recap with the Black Friday sale coming up this week, so it's coming up in 4 days. There's a lot of things that are going to decrease in value, and Apex specifically is going to increase in value. So we were again on Morpheus server here. When we last talked about that, Apex was right around like 340, 350. So it's jumped up to 375 currently, and I've seen it as high as about 390 on Morpheus. So it's creeping up, going up and down like its normal trends there. And this is again pre Black Friday. So a lot of the people in game still do not realize, because they do not listen to the live streams, they do not listen to the recaps or whatever. They just jump in game. Majority, probably 90% of the players in the game don't do any of research, any homework at all. So they don't know that this Friday there's going to be all these new RNG boxes back in the cash shop at cheap discounted prices. Everything, there's going to be like a bajillion things in the cash shop here. So they do not know that Apex prices will be going through the roof, because I mean this is a 1 week only sale, and again they don't know about that yet. So another thing is, so Apex is rising. All the credit values, will be rising because it's all tied to Apex. So workers' comps have been jumping up. Workers' comps is up to like 45 now. Oh wow, up to 50. So you can see they've jumped up. They were 45 a few minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago. And there's not many on here. So if you are from the older servers, you're thinking like 45 gold or 50 gold for workers' comp, that's really cheap. 370 for Apex, that's really cheap. But this is, again, this is Morpheus. This is one of the fresh start servers. It's only been around about 2.5 months now. So these prices are at all-time high on Morpheus. There is, a steady increase in prices here, and we will see them go up to the old legacy server type prices. So for Apex, around 500 to 600 gold approximately. Workers' comps, I think they hovered right around like 60 to 80 gold, depending on the servers. So enough with that. Credits and stuff like that are going to increase. Then the things that are going to decrease are the things that drop out of these boxes. So we touched upon this before, red regrade charms, and I've been slowly selling away mine. And you can see there's no red regrade charms on here at all. There's only a couple superior red regrade charms, and they're, again, at an all-time high right here, 849, and I've sold 2 already today at that price. Sold a couple earlier in the week as well. We've just sold our last red regrade charm at 475 gold, and this is quite surprising because, again, people in the know that red regrade charms and superior red regrade charms are going to be dropping in value like crazy. Right now, there is a very limited supply. People are not really buying the boxes, the cash shop boxes where these guys come out of. They're, if they're smart, they're saving up their credits, they're saving up their money, and they're waiting for the sale to come around on Friday, on Black Friday here, the day after Thanksgiving for those that don't live in America. And well, that doesn't really help because I don't think you have Thanksgiving over there. So it's this Friday, 11/26, I want to say it is the start of the sale. And they're going to have all the old cash shop boxes back at a discounted rate. And they're also changing the drop rates in them to be improved and better. Kind of like the Halloween box that we had that had the Blood Maw evening gown costume in it that only cost 350 credits and had about a 10% red regrade or superior regrade charm in there. So about a 10% chance to get one of these guys. That's a huge change because the normal boxes only give you about a 4 or 3% chance to get a red regrade charm or a superior regrade charm. It's a very, very low chance, hence why there is a small supply on the auction house. And also with Morpheus, there's no joint auction house, so it's only one server, so we have a smaller overall population compared to everyone else, the other servers that have 3 or 4 connected. So the supplies, they drive really quickly as people regrade. So those things are the biggest things. Try and get rid of, if you have red regrade charms right now, you can get top dollar. This is like a dream scenario for you because people are paying top dollar. This is the highest prices they've ever been on the server. 850, around 500 gold now for the red regrade charms you could probably get. That's the absolute highest price on, and even on Rangor too. Rangor is insane. I think it's like 12 or 1300 for a red regrade charm for a superior one, and then like 600 for the red regrade charms. Like, this is insanely high prices. These are going to drop as more supply comes into the game. The other thing is the green and blue regrade charms. You want to sell these guys right away because they are going to drop like crazy. As you can see, we are selling some off ourselves. We've been doing this for about a week now. And these guys are going to drop like crazy out of those cash shop boxes because these are kind of like the minor prizes that you get in there. You get these guys about probably 15 or 20% of the time in those RNG boxes. We don't know the exact rates, but they are very, very common in there and blowing through tons and tons of boxes like people are going to do with a sale going on. People are going to be able to get all the old costumes and mounts that you could not get, especially on Morpheus and Rangora. These are unreleased costumes and mounts on these new servers. They were released on the old servers, but they were released way back when. So you got the Goblin Glider, you got Carrot Dash, you got Soulmare, you got some crazy costumes, you got the Pirate Yada costume. You got all these things coming back, and most of them were never released on the new Fresh Start servers. So a lot of people are going to go crazy and buy these boxes to get these, items that were unreleased on Morpheus and Rangora previously. On some of the old legacy servers, people are still going to go ahead and try because some of the old things, they were only around for a couple of weeks. Goblin Glider was one of the very first items, if I recall correctly, and, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and that was it. So a lot of people never even had the opportunity to get that because some people started later in the game, or maybe they've seen it now and they're like, oh, I really want it, or maybe there's a costume that they missed out and that just couldn't get. So people are going to be buying those cash shop boxes with a discounted price. People love the RNG boxes. As crazy as that sounds, people do love the RNG boxes. They are addicted to gambling. So these guys drop out of there. They are going to be decreasing in value. You can see blue regrade charms are especially valuable right now. Great time to sell these guys. These things will be flooded just like the green regrade charms. So the green regrade charms has a lot on here. And so that's what's going to happen to the blue regrade charms. As those boxes come out, the prices are going to tank. There's going to be a lot more supply on the auction house. Those things are going to go down. And then now all of the little candies and such and elixirs. So elixirs were currently just released about a month and a half ago, and then they got phased out because of the new Halloween boxes. They come in the costume boxes. So elixirs haven't been around for about a month now. With the introduction of the Black Friday sale, you're getting all of these old boxes. The elixirs are going to come back. So when they were around, the elixirs only cost around a gold or 2 gold to buy. Now you can see the prices is soaring up right around the 5-6 gold mark for the greedy goblins. And some of the other ones, same thing, 3, 2 gold. Like these guys, it may not seem like much, but these guys, you could pick up hundreds upon hundreds of these guys for like a gold or 50 silver. And then now when you're selling them at 5 or 6 times their value. With the return of the boxes, these guys are going to go back down to like 1 gold or less than a gold for some of them. Specifically like the move speed ones, because not many people like the move speed ones. These are one of the cheaper ones. And so these guys, you could pick these guys up for, I think I picked them a whole bunch at like 12 or 15 silver at one point. Lots of these guys. And that's what's going to happen again. These things are going to go under a gold, possibly a gold for like some of the better ones. The drop rate increase. But yeah, this is, if you got elixirs, if you got these guys, sell them now. If you have your Halloween candy, you want to hold on to your Halloween candy. You want to buy the Halloween candy now, next week, because the Halloween candy will be going away. They will not be having them in the boxes anymore. You will not be able to get the Halloween candies. So like the Jawbreakers. So you got Jawbreakers. You can see they're currently in the boxes, and it's around 1 gold, 49 silver. Again, we'll go back to the greedy ones. You got greedy goblins right here. The drop rate, 2 gold. And that is cheap. When the boxes go away after a month or so, these prices are going to double, potentially triple, quadruple even sometimes. So these things are what you're looking for. The candies here are great. You can see supply is very, very limited, even on this move speed one here. And anything you can get these under like a gold, it's probably a good deal. Obviously, you don't want to get them cheaper. If you can get them for under 50 silver, that's a steal of a deal. Grab those guys, wait a month or two, and then it will definitely increase in value. So those are the main things. There's also some other things, but we don't know exactly what's going to be in these boxes because they said they are changing the drop tables on the boxes. So they did say that the costumes will be bound on pickup, which means they're, kind of crappy that you have to gamble yourself to get the costume. For costumes, there's a way around that. You can put them on the Royal Disguise. So Royal Disguise, if there's any on the auction house here, you'll see most of them have costumes skinned onto them. And that's the way to kind of get around that right there. In order to do that, I believe you need a Crest Brainstorm. I may be wrong on this, but Crest Brainstorm, insanely expensive here on Morpheus. I'm not sure on Rangor. I don't really check it on Rangor, but very, very expensive. So this is a 300 credit item, and you could sell it for a good chunk of money, a little bit more than what workers' comps are, but they do sell slowly because there's not that big of demand for it. But as you can see, there's only one person on here, and you can sell it for 70 gold approximately. So if you do need the Crest Brainstorm, then I'm not familiar with skinning costumes over to the Royal Disguise. I've never done it personally myself, but I believe you need a Crest Brainstorm or some kind of material. So please correct me and let me know what you need to actually, crest stamp or transfer that image over to the Royal Disguise. And those things should be increasing in value as long as they don't drop out of the RNG boxes. If I remember correctly, some of the boxes used to drop out some Crest Brainstorms. So if that's the case, then this is going to get flooded. The prices are going to decrease. Same thing. Some of the boxes, they actually dropped out the forgiveness, the Drought of Forgiveness. And you can see they're very small supply. Prices have risen significantly since that box came out. I believe that was the Halloween box. And at that point, they were like 10 or 15 gold. Now they're jumped up to 30. Very small supply once again. So it just goes back to the basics of anything that is in a special event, a limited time event. Pick it up. It's cheap. When the event goes away, the prices on that is going to increase pretty significantly because you can no longer get that said item. The last thing I'll talk on here is the housewarming pets. So the event is almost coming to an end here. The event ends on the 28th, so in 5 days. I believe that's either Friday or Sunday or Monday, I believe. And so you can see these guys are very, very cheap. Now, when we first touched on this in the beginning, they were selling for around 20 gold. As the event ends, as we talked about earlier, these are going to increase dramatically in price. You're not going to be able to get the little house pets anymore. So if you did not get the one that you wanted, you did not get the costume, you're going to be buying a pet for, 30 or 40 gold because you're going to try and get that costume, that outfit you want. And you will never be able to get this, or you won't be able to get this anytime soon again because the event is over. You can see there's a small supply on here. So this is a great thing to pick up. So we're going to go and grab all these little house pets right here. So these guys are 5 gold each. A great investment right here. And that's going to wrap it up for us. If you have any questions or comments, or want to post any of your predictions down below, post them down below. Take a look at those guys as the events go on. See if you guys were correct. Thanks for watching, guys.